Hello, everybody. Just making sure I'm live. I know it's going to take a few minutes for um, people to get notified. Excuse me. I'm going to give a few minutes and kind of just show you the project I have in mind today. Not sure if anyone's live today, but I thought I would play around and just have fun. Welcome, replay viewers. I know not everyone can make it to the live, so I hope you enjoy this little tutorial. It's nothing that is too unique. It has been shown many, many times before, but I figured I would just kind of redo it. I just wanted to play with Prisma Colored Pencils again. I haven't in a while, so I was like, why not, right? So we're going to be just creating something like this. I just really had fun. I wanted to use the stamp set, and I thought it was really pretty, and it's a nice and sturdy card. Okay, so I cut out some cardstock. So it's just black cardstock, and this is kind of on like a, I don't know what technique it's called, really. I know there's a name for it, and I completely forgot the name. So I know that there is a name, a particular name, and let's get me set up here. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to make sure that the volume is on for this live, because sometimes my volume it does not work well. So let's see. You may hear a echo here at some point. Just make sure that's working. Alrighty. I hope you guys can hear me. Okay, you guys can. You can. Okay, so let's put that, mute myself again over there, and we will redo this. I just wanted to make sure it's all working. Okay, so I have some alabaster ink. You can use any pigment ink you have. You do kind of need a pigment ink, white in particular, because that kind of gives it the look we're going for with this like ghost-like look. I use the stamp set by Stampin' Up. I don't know, it's probably retired, but it is called Bloomin' Love. I think it's cute. This is what attracted me to the stamp set. I thought it was gorgeous. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Hi, I didn't see you coming in. I love this little image right there. Isn't that pretty? I thought it was really, really pretty, so I wanted to base this card on that. So I'm gonna kind of, probably, you have that stamp set? Oh, awesome. Yeah, I figured a lot of you, I want to be using the products I already have instead of, telling you guys to go or, go and buy more products. Just use what you have. And if you don't have this particular one, I'm sure you have a heart or floral stamps. And you can also make this heart with floral stamps if you have that. If you have some floral, maybe I can do that at a different tutorial on a different video. But okay, so we are going to be creating this, and if you see closer, not my, I drew these hearts in, and they're not perfect, but I thought they would give that little extra bit of contrast with the background because it is a black cardstock. So I'm gonna start with this. I think I have everything preset, so all my things will just be. Thank you. Uh, Thank you, Jennifer. You're too kind. Um, I think I have all my blocks and everything ready for me to go, but during a live, it doesn't always go as planned. but we're going to try our best. So I've noticed while using this ink pad that I've used this quite a bit, that I need to probably use a re-inker because I have not re-inked it. Let's see, I'm going to try my best to go right in the middle, and who knows if that worked or not, but we will see. I want to also bring you guys a little closer because when I am coloring, I really do want you guys to see how fun it is. And see how it's splotchy in the middle right there? Because that's because I didn't press hard enough. And that's okay. It really doesn't matter on this card, or any card really. Oh, I dropped something. I try to, this is what I do before a live or any video really. I shove everything to the corner of my desk and just have this part clear, and even this part is not all that clear. So that's just a little secret of mine, but that is definitely what I do. So once I did that, I wanted something special on the top and the bottom of this. So I took this little image, which I thought was super cute, and kind of just tried to center it and get another block because I did not have that set up. Let's get this one. I wonder if I have my chat open on. Oh yes, I can see people coming in. Yay, how awesome. Okay, so now I can see comments. Sorry, I have my iPad going too because I wanted to see how this works. I know, right, Jennifer? Who wants to see that? I mean, who wants to clean? You just want to play. And I am blessed today. I love my kids. I really do. But I'm blessed today to not have them around because they are with their grandparents, and I literally have the whole house to myself. So I decided I'm not going to spend any time cleaning. I'm going to spend all the time playing. So that's like my new motto in life. No time cleaning, spend all time playing. Yeah, my kids won't like that, so it's not perfect how I kind of off-centered it a little. It is okay. Oops, sorry, I'm shaking the camera a bit. Okay, now I'm gonna go with, these are all from the same stamp set. So I used this flower, and now I'm going to be using, I could use this, technically use this heart or this heart. I didn't even think of that. I'm silly. But I'm going to be using this flower, all the solid images pretty much is what I'm going to be using. Get some of this. I think these are layered, for layered images. So you can, because it has this little tab, which is the marker. So, I love just stamping. And this technique, and I know there's a name for it, and it's just like not in my head right now. It's a very fun technique because you get to use your stamps and your inks, so you get to stamp as we card makers love to do, and then you also get to color afterwards. So you're getting like best of both worlds. I messed up a little bit there. It's okay. It will be okay. I'm not worried too much. Let's see. So I have that. I know I have another stamp right here, block with that other flower. That's just kind of lost now in all my mess. Oh, here it is. Found it. Found it. Are you guys having a good Saturday? I had to think for a second. I'm like, it is Saturday, right? It is. Okay. One there. One thing I've noticed with when you're making a background paper, which I do a lot in my videos, is don't overthink it. I have a tendency of overthinking it, and I'm like, okay, I put one here, then I need to put one over here, and then one over here because it needs to line up with this. Don't. Like, I get myself into trouble when I do that, because then my paper doesn't or my pattern doesn't come out how I wanted it to come out. Ooh, planner for next week and finishing last night's. Ooh, nice. Yummy. Wait, did I read that correct? I don't even know if I read that. Let's see, set up my planner for next week. I wasn't sure. Did you have Chinese food? I love Chinese food. Maybe I'm just thinking about Chinese food because I love it. Oh, I see why I didn't use this. So this is it's connected? Yes, it is connected. But I can technically cut it apart and just use that, which I think I am going to do. So I know you guys are going to freak out, and I kind of do too. Ooh, yum. Yum, that sounds yummy. So I freak out about this too. So just bear with me as I gently cut this out so I don't ruin my stamp completely. And you won't. You won't ruin it, but I still get nervous about it. I'm going to cut this a little better because it just bothers me when there's little pieces like that off. Do you? I get nervous still. I'm like, oh my God, what if I ruin it somehow? But clearly it doesn't get ruined. It's very, very difficult to ruin the stamp sets when you do that. And at the end of the day, there's your stamp sets, so it doesn't really matter if you cut it wonky or whatnot. I just need to keep telling myself that. But it doesn't always happen that way. Okay, so let's get this heart. See, it stamps just fine. I have my heater, if you can hear in the background, I have my heater going on in my craft room because it just gets really cold in here. Yeah, right? I want to tell myself that. And I don't. Like, there's something that I just like, I'm like, but look, it's not perfectly even now. See, that little, okay, let me get, see how I cut like odd right there and right there? So you guys have to see my not so pretty nails there. Here, I'll pick at it with this, show you with this. That bothers me. And if I took my time, and I'm sure I would have done it great or kind of good, well, I don't know, but I didn't. And I need to get better about cutting better, I guess. So, okay. So this is good to go. And I'm going to fill in the little holes with the little hearts that I will be making, all drawing in. So I'm just going to head this with my heat tool. Oh, let me close this up. Just so it's a little dry. You can see when the right, it won't matter. You can see when it's wet because it's brighter, and then it kind of mutes out. It gets kind of muted as the ink dries. I don't know if you guys can see that. I could totally put this on my little space heater too. I've done that before. Clearly. I've done that and not want to like plug in something else. Although now I have my heating tool plugged in already, so I don't really have to do much. So I already have some colors that I know I enjoyed. I actually did a little swatch that I don't know where I put at this point. Let's see, is it here? I know I had it here somewhere. Oh, here it is. I had a little swatch that where I combined some of the colors just to see which ones I liked. So I did a few, not so much these. I think I messed up on, I used Gamsol on these two just to kind of see how it blends. But I like some, like I love this. These two combination, gorgeous. So I have some of those, and now let me get my Prisma color. Oops. I wonder what that was. I heard a noise. Okay. I don't want to be like going off on you guys or something. Let's see. There you go. Okay. So now I can actually sit and color. How fun. Okay. Let's make sure I'm on screen. Let's see. I think I'm going to have to color this way. Maybe. Oh, but that would bother me. So I'm gonna do it this way. If I was watching, it would bother me. So maybe it'll bother some of you. But anyway, so let's see. What color should I go in with first? You know what I did that actually made life a tiny bit easier when it came to coloring? I usually used to go by these colors, right? And I was like, okay, this color kind of matches this and stuff, and maybe they'll go together. Then I realized if I actually look at the tips of these, it gives me a much better color combination, like, you know, what goes well with what. Because I don't know if you can really see. This one is a big difference. So this looks so much more different when it's here. But when you look closer up here, it's a much lighter color. Sorry, I was off screen. So, it's a little, I guess, trick tip I would have, if you call that a tip. I don't know. Oh, no pun intended with that. I'm so funny, aren't I? I love my jokes. Not really. That was awful. Okay. That was very awful. Let's work with the hearts first. So I know that these all kind of go well together. So I'm trying to figure out which ones I really want to do. I think I want to kind of stick with these colors. Hi Molly, how are you? So the way I did these, because if you can see over here, this little tiny bit of shading I did. Not a whole lot. I'm still learning how to shade and stuff like that, but I feel like shading with Prisma Colored Pencil is very easy. I was very surprised. So I do want to do some of the shading. So I'm just kind of going to go with the darker one and go around my heart. Pretty good. I figured I would do a live since my kids are not out of town. They went to do some fun activities with their grandparents. So I'm like, oh, okay, I should take this time to do a live. It's not always easy doing lives with them. You know, wanting to be on the live video as well. And it's like, no, don't take my little YouTube channel. Go create your own. And if I tell them to create their own YouTube channel, they would be so happy, because that's exactly what they want to do. They want to have their own YouTube channel. It is so funny how, I guess, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Because I feel like they learned it from me, and it's so cute because let's see, my first set of pencils on my palette. It's fun. I'm glad you ordered them. I thought no one, was playing with these anymore. And I'm like, I enjoyed them so much. I wanted to bring them back. And you know what? I have to say something. Let me zoom in a little bit more, because I'm seeing that you guys are having a hard time seeing me do this. Let's see. Okay. Oh, go down. There you go. So there was a point when I first started doing paper craft. I've always kind of done crafting, but paper crafting in particular. You know what? I may do this and this. I think this works better. the thing with papercraft, I always feel guilty when I bought a product and then I stopped playing with it. After the initial like, oh my god, this is so fun. Right, Molly? They're just so funny that way. It's so cute because my son and my daughter, um, they're 6 and 3, and my daughter is 3, and she's just like, she pretends she opens up a mirror in my car, and she's like, "Hi, everybody. This is Amira from FUNtastic Crafts, and I am on my mom's channel today." It's so cute. It's adorable. I like want to die every time she says it. It's so cute. Um, but yeah, it's so funny that these kids nowadays, I mean, that's the thing. Like they want to mimic what their parents do, and I think it's funny that they want to mimic that part of our life. I think it's totally adorable. Um, I was before I started talking about my kids again. you know, see, this is what I mean. I like this one better actually. I don't like the other combination. Hi, Valeria. How are you? Yes, I did. I stamped with the alabaster pigment ink first. Um, I'm pretty good. It's kind of, I wanted to craft and use my Prisma colors a little bit. I know it's for some this may be like, what? That's like so a few years ago. But I I was saying that when I bought these things in the beginning, I would feel guilty. I would literally feel guilty about not using them. I would use it in the first few days, and then the excitement wore off, and then I wouldn't use it again. And then I slowly realized it's not like that initial was fun was over. I still enjoyed it. I just needed to take a break from it and come back. So I still use my products. So I stopped feeling guilty about purchasing things because I literally would have this guilty conscience about buying things and only using it once. And until I realized I don't only use it once. Do I use it every single day? No, but do I use it enough to have justified buying it? Absolutely, because I come back to these things. Like this thing I bought the Prisma color, let's see, in a few years ago, 2 years ago, when I had my surgery to have I broke my leg well, when my son was 6 months old, so what is that, 5.5 years ago. I broke my leg, and so I needed pins and needles and hardware like bars and everything. I did so much damage from like missing one step on a step of like 3 steps. It was awful. It does bring you joy, yeah. So when I 2 years ago I wanted to remove all that hardware because it was just giving me some issues. I think I was allergic to the material they use, even though it's a very hypoallergenic material that they use now. So I wanted to get it removed, and I got it removed, but of course, it's another surgery, so I couldn't walk for another. The first time I couldn't walk for 6 months, and this time the recovery for the second time removing it was much quicker. It was like 2 weeks I couldn't walk. It was great, compared to the 6 months. There was a running joke in my family with who would walk first, our son or me, because he was 6 months old and he wasn't walking yet, so it was kind of funny. I think I walked first. I think some of those days were very blurry because of all the medication I had to take. But so going back, I make my stories so long. My stories are very, very long. The point of the story was that 2 years ago, when I had to get my plates and everything removed, when I wanted to get it removed, I bought this Prismacolor set. And I played with it while I was recovering from my surgery and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, I didn't want to play with it. It's just something, didn't really. I had other products that I enjoyed at that time. But that didn't mean I never played with it again. The thing is that, and that's what I had to remember today. I'm like, look at me enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this at this time in my life. So even though I didn't use this product every single day in the past 2 years, I will tell you I have used it at least, let's see, at least 10 times. So, am I loading up again? Okay, I think I came back. So I've used it at least 10 times, I think. And I don't plan on just throwing it out. I plan on using it again in the future. So that's kind of what, that's how I justify buying more product sometimes. Long story short, very long story, I don't make myself feel guilty anymore. I think I dropped my Gamsol pen. Let me grab it really quick. Got it. It fell on the floor. Okay, so I put my Gamsol in this alcohol ink blending tool. Ugh, sometimes it's really hard. And then I'm just going to smooth it out gently. Isn't that cool how well it does that? I really like watching that. Just smooth it out. I think it's so much fun. I really like watching this. Or actually, the coloring with it is just very soothing. How has your weekend been so far, Valeria? If I get quiet, it's just because sometimes when I paint, that's just kind of what happens to me. Let's see, I think, yeah, I did have another piece of paper just... Oh, are you? That's cool. That's kind of what I've been doing. It's still really early for the weekend, isn't it? I mean, like, it's still Saturday. It's not Sunday yet, so. I just wipe it off a little bit. And I do plan on reusing this, because look how pretty that is. Yes, Molly, I did stamp with the white ink first. Sorry, I thought I answered that. Sorry. Let's see. Okay, I did, and I did try, and the white ink doesn't seem to like bleed. Let's try it, I guess. I wanted to see if the white ink moves at all because it's a pigment with the Gamsol. No, it does not. Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought it would, but it does not. Which is good. It's good. I didn't want it to move. So, let's do this. Well, how I like to do it is just, I mean, I'm sure you guys do it very similarly, or if not, maybe I'm just crazy. I like doing all the same images first, unless I get tired of it, then I move on to the next image without completing it. But most of the time, I just, like, I'm doing all the hearts right now first, and then I'll move on to the other stuff, like flowers and stuff like that. It just helps me process it a little better. Okay, let's go with the Gamsol. You don't have to use the Gamsol. I don't know if it makes a huge difference. You know what it does? The Gamsol makes, you know how Prismacolor has a waxy finish? The Gamsol makes it more muted. So it makes it less polished looking. If that makes any sense, you know, there's a word for it. It's not muted, it's not like glossy anymore. It's can't think of that word. It's so pretty. I really like it. I really like doing this. This is a lot of fun. You guys are probably like, what is she doing? This woman, she's really gonna plan on really show us her coloring for 5 hours. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is what I really felt like doing today. Yeah, it's fun. I would really recommend this. I believe Tony was the one that told me about this first. Um, from Kate's Crafty Closet, Tony, he mentioned this, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. And so I did it, and I fell in love with this technique of using this. And then afterwards, I think Jennifer McGuire did a video, but I did learn this first from Tony. Gameplay is good. Is good. I know, Gamsel. Yeah. Sometimes this autocorrect is so funny. It gives me a crack up. Yeah, it gives me a crack up. That's my new term. I like make up my own terms and words, and I also say the word like a lot. If you guys haven't noticed that. When I went to Hawaii for my anniversary. This was 10 years ago, and it was funny because when we went, I'm from the Valley in California, so very much the Valley, and I went to Hawaii, and there's all these people trying to sell you things and stuff like that in Hawaii. We went to Waikiki. This was a very touristy area, and someone came up and he was trying to sell us something. I don't even remember what. And he's like, you're from the Valley, aren't you? You're from California. I'm like, yes. How did you know that? And he's like, you have that accent. I never in my life knew I had an accent of some sort until that point in my life. And I was like, I guess I do have an accent. You're right. It was an eye-opener. For sure. I'm gonna go with these two colors. Oh, you know what, guys? I haven't even been telling you colors. I'm sorry. So this is one earlier I used. It is Process Red and Lilac. I do like these two combinations a lot. Okay, I don't know if are those the names? I'm not sure anymore. Because there's two names here. I bought stamps to use. I like having a stamp for each color family. A stamp for each color family. Tell me more of that, Molly. Tell me more about that, because I'm not sure. So I love these two combinations. I don't know if this is the number you want. PC 903 is probably the number that they need. They go by. So PC 903, and this is a True Blue, and this is PC 992. It is Light Aqua. Let's do this. They are paper stamps that you use to apply the Gamsol. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I know now. I don't know why I couldn't been thinking about that. Yeah, I have, I think one of those. And then I got hooked on this thing, and I really enjoyed using the alcohol. What is it called? Blending tool, but putting Gamsol on it instead. Yes. I like this color combination quite a bit. you have that too, Valeria, the little stumps thing, and then you kind of, yeah. I would have that if I had one of those top, like you put the Gamsol in and then um, you just kind of dab the Gamsol onto the stump and then you color. I don't have that thing. So my option was buying that or this, and they were about the same price, I believe. Or maybe I didn't even do the research. Maybe I just wanted this. I don't know. But this I went with. Yeah, what kind do you have? I would be interested in knowing. I only know of this and polychromos. The dabber. Valeria, were you asking that question for to Molly? I want a dabber. I mean, I wanted it one. If I ever go quiet, it's definitely because I'm just coloring. And sometimes I just go quiet when I color. I am probably just to let you guys know, I may have to have an intermission doing my coloring because it's gonna be so long, and I may since I am the only one here today, I do have to let the doggies out occasionally. Oh, this is the alcohol blending tool. Sorry, it's the alcohol blending tool, and then I just put Gamsol on it, so I made sure to write Gamsol with my label maker. And this thing is just a piece of paper I had, like just a sympathy thing, die cut that I wasn't a big fan of, so um, I'm just wiping my color away on that. Did a little research on the Blick brand, got good reviews, and they were very affordable because I am one of those crazy person that has to have every color, so I have to. Blick, is that what you said? Blick. The Blick brand. Okay, I'll have to check them out. I did something crazy, guys. And this is no pressure for anyone. I mean, I just started to do this recently because I know a lot of YouTubers do this, so I was like interested in it, and so I just kind of joined. I signed up for affiliate links, and how affiliate links work is pretty much I sign up to different merchants, and it doesn't cost me any money, nor does it cost anyone any money, really. All I'm doing is just providing links to my viewers on products that I buy, and these are things I buy. So if Blick reminded me because I have an affiliate link to Blick, and it's so I give you the affiliate link, and you go and you purchase whatever you want, or whatever you were going to purchase using my link, and I get like a small commission, and you don't get charged more or less. I mean, sometimes they do offer me like discounts to offer to my viewers, but it's like 10% or something, which I think is pretty good. But I kind of signed up for that, and I was like, it's kind of cool. I feel like I'm paying it big on YouTube. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. You know, when I started YouTube, and okay, before I even started that story, I want to say this is me. I've decided this year was all about not trying to be a different YouTuber, not trying to be anyone else. I am going to be me. And I am this joking kind of person and just always crazy. That's me. I'm cuckoo. And I know it and I admit it. And the first step to any problem is admitting it, right? And I admit it. So I decided I'm going to be me. Second, I was gonna say that when I started my YouTube journey about a year and a half ago, we were living on our own. I mean, we still live on our own now. We're building our place, but um, we lived in Ontario, California, and I had the young kids, and they were younger 3 years ago. I just barely had my daughter, and I felt lost. I felt like there was nothing that was me. There was nothing, it was all about my kids. It was all about being a mom, a stay-at-home mom. I had nothing defining me. And so I wanted to create a YouTube channel for me to show. It wasn't even about showing anyone. I just wanted to do it for me because I felt like I needed an outlet to show me and just kind of a space to vocalize who I am and in a place to just have my own identity. I mean, and an identity outside of just being a mom. And so that's why I started my YouTube channel about a year and a half ago. And or maybe less than a year and a half ago. And did I ever think I would even have 3 subscribers? Well, maybe because I thought I would be a subscriber, my husband would be a subscriber, my family, so maybe 10 subscribers, right? That was like, oh, okay, and people can. It's like showing my personality, so it's like having a Facebook. So that's kind of right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad others understand that you need your own. You, you love. I've always wanted to be a mom my whole life. I know it's weird to some people, but my dream job was being a stay-at-home mom, and I was living that dream for a very long time, but I also needed something else, and I knew I was missing something. So, um, I started this, and I never knew I would be so close to 1,000 subscribers. That just like, I don't know, that makes me kind of giddy on the inside. I never knew that would be possible. Like, and did I work? I did. I did a lot of work for it. I, just, I don't know. I feel like making YouTube videos is a lot of work. It really, really is. And I'm proud of myself, and I needed this so much. More than anyone can understand, I needed YouTube because I needed to find me. I needed that determination, that motivation, and I need to believe in myself. And I did something from ground zero. Like I had nothing. There was no, you know, there was 0 people who were gonna subscribe to me in the beginning, and I feel accomplished because I worked hard on creating videos and editing and doing voiceovers. It takes a lot of time, and I'm proud that I did it, and I'm able to be where I am today. Now, I'm not a big YouTuber like many crafty YouTubers. I'm nowhere near there, but I am proud of my individual accomplishments. Let's see what is Swift. I'm not really having an identity. Yes, I can see that. Yes, I definitely can see how you can lose you, and I think that was what was happening even to me. I was losing me. I wasn't being me because I wanted to be like the big YouTubers. And then I just had to tell myself, no. Why did I start this in the beginning? To show other people me, not to show other people other YouTubers, to show them me. And I don't know, it just made life so much easier to come to that that realization, and just be me. And there are going to be people who love that, and then there are people who's not going to like that at all, and that's okay, because not everyone needs to like me, not that, and not everyone is going to like me, and that is completely okay. Aw, thank you, Molly. You did too. And I see your videos too, and it's like, Hi, Purple Paisley. Okay, wait, I know your name. I know it. Why can't I think of it? Can you remind me, please? I'm so sorry. I'm awful. Sometimes I have a really bad memory. I think I've told you guys this before. A really awful, awful memory. Annette. Annette! Hi, Annette! Thank you for that. I'm sorry. I'm trying very hard to remember everybody. It is a challenge for me. It's one of those challenges I have to overcome. Molly, I've seen your videos and I'm very proud of you as well. You know, like you, it's so nice to see other YouTubers because you kind of, you know, it's something I was telling my friends actually. You get lost in seeing larger YouTubers and you get kind of discouraged. You get discouraged because you don't have the means to, you know, maybe to have the equipment they have to make their videos so outstanding. And they've worked hard. They really have worked hard. Um, I'm not saying that at all. They've worked hard. They've done their duty, you know, and all that. But they are at a different spot in their life, in their YouTube career than small YouTubers. Thank you, Valeria. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. Um, and it's hard to not compare yourself to them. It's just like life. In life, you know, you kind of compare yourselves to other people, and you shouldn't, but we end up doing because we're human. At the end of the day, we're just human, and we have this tendency to do that. Let me see. This is Violet Blue PC933 and Emperor Violet PC1007. I think you guys couldn't see that, but I said the names. So yeah, you get lost in who you truly are because you want to compare yourselves to these larger people, but larger YouTubers. Something that I suggested to another friend of mine, because this is something I do, and it is I go to those larger YouTubers and I watch their first videos, and I see that everyone has a starting point. I'm not saying those videos were bad or anything like that. I'm saying, did they improve? Absolutely. I even look at my videos, I'm like, did I improve? Absolutely. And that just comes with experience, time, and wanting to learn. So I do go and watch those videos of larger YouTubers, their beginning videos, to just kind of be inspired. I get inspired by that. I because it makes me feel like I can do it. Because they were able to do it, I can do it. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine, Valeria. I know this is gonna be one of those long videos. Which, like I said, I may have to do an intermission, part 2 or something like that, because you guys will probably need to go get lunch at some point. I need to let the doggies out at some point. So, yeah. Yeah, so I'm so happy you guys are here chatting with me because this is what I wanted. And to all the replay viewers, please feel free to comment or have a conversation with me. I usually reply within a day, if not faster. Some days I get busy, like weekends kind of get a little hectic. But I love receiving the comments and just kind of chatting back and understanding you, because you guys at the end of the day understand me. So I really want to build this community and be friends, really. So yeah, and that's what it is. I want us to all believe in ourselves. It's very easy to get so caught up that we have a hard time seeing us and believing in us. And I know this because I was there. You should. It's so much fun to do this. This is just so relaxing. It's not, you don't have to think about anything, and show us, Molly, show us. I mean, I would love to watch you. It's just, it's no stress, you know. It's just talking to your friends and and just crafting and doing what we love. We all know we love. So I'm grateful you guys are here. Yeah, it's really it is really fun, and I never thought I was a coloring kind of girl, I guess, but you know, you kind of go through little bursts of I don't know, like things you want and you like and you enjoy. And right now, coloring with colors, watercolor, different mediums of color is really my thing at the moment, and I'm very excited to just play with different mediums. Like I love watercoloring, and I never thought of myself as a artist in that way, you know. But something I learned is you just have to practice. You just have to literally play, and it's not. I guess practice makes it sound like work. You don't have to work. You just play, and when you do, you just get automatically better without any effort. And I've noticed that. From my first like cards and coloring, like I didn't know what shading was. It seems like a small, like a very small thing, shading, like, oh, you shade things, but you really don't know it until you keep doing it, and you're like, okay, I like this kind of a shading, not really this kind of a shading. So I kind of see how to go with and do that. This is an alcohol ink blending pen. It comes with nothing in it. It's meant to blend alcohol inks, but what I and so you would put alcohol in it. What I put in it is Gamsol, and I wrote over here Gamsol because I know me, I would forget in a heartbeat. And so I used this Gamsol to blend this all these colors together. And it's not my idea. Tony from Kate's Crafty Closet introduced me to this idea. And then I also saw that Jennifer McGuire had done videos, and I'm sure tons of other people have done videos on it and all that stuff. So it's nothing new, but I do enjoy using it. So let's see. It's really, I guess this week has been a lot of me finally understanding, or me just finally believing in myself, and I've struggled with that uh, my whole life, and I will still have days when I struggle with it. But the thing that we, I think, forget a lot in our life, in our busy hectic life of ours, is that we are a village, we are a community of individuals who need to all work together. So that doesn't mean to discourage one another, that means to only build one another up. And am I guilty of it? I'm sure I've done my own, you know, wrongdoings. I'm not perfect. But it's nice to sometimes take a step or two back and really understand that you you have to all work together. You have to know that you are working all together to do this greater good. And for us crafters on YouTube, it might be, you know, everyone has their own thing. Mine is just to have a community, to tell the younger generation, and you know, everyone too, but I just feel like the younger generation has no clue of the crafting and all that stuff. They don't enjoy it as much as I think others do, and I really want to bring that back. I want to say that, you know, it's not a bad thing to be artistic. I feel like we have this notion of art being negative. It's weird because probably because it's like, oh, you want to be an artist, so you're not going to make any money, something like that. You know, like those are the negative concepts we have of artists. And do I make money off of this art? No. But do I enjoy it? Does it bring me joy? Yes, and that is irreplaceable. Money can't buy you joy. There's nothing that buys joy. Money is not that thing. So I want them to know how it feels to be happy, to be content. And for me, this is how I do it. And they don't have to be crafty. I just know that for me, it's this is how I do it, and I didn't know that this is what I enjoyed until I started doing it. So I want that door and that option to be open for the younger generation, because I really do feel like they shut it off. This idea of art, because oh, it's not going to make me money, so why should I even try it? Well, because you should have a hobby. You should enjoy yourself. No. And it's kind of where I am with life. Since we're just talking about my life right now, this is what coloring brings out. My life stories. Okay, let's see more of these. Exactly. Exactly, Molly. That's exactly why we shouldn't. You know, I think I know what drew me to this idea of joy, and uh, just joy itself, and how I feel like our society doesn't know what joy is anymore, because we always go for money. We go chasing after money and not realizing that that's not what always brings us joy. So I was, as many of you have probably heard of the Con Marie method, and it's on Netflix. She has like a series or something that Netflix is sponsoring or something like that. So I watched an episode of it, and something that really hit me hard, not hard, but it just really, I was so amazed by, is that she had to stop for a second and go into explaining what joy should feel like. She had to like really explain to everybody joy is this feeling of holding a puppy and just having this extreme happiness just run through your body. And at that point I was like, I'm so glad she explained what joy was, because we don't know what joy is anymore. It's so like, it was, I don't know, I may sound completely crazy. That's okay if I do, but I really felt like we really don't know what joy is anymore, because we chase after things that do not bring us joy. We only chase because society tells us that that's what we should chase after. I don't know. Therapy is so true. I love recommending home. So exactly, and it's therapy costs a lot of money, so might as well do therapy at home by crafting. Although that costs a lot of money too. So maybe not. I don't know. Maybe divide it by doing some crafting, and some therapy sessions too. Just kind of have your bases covered everywhere. So yeah, that kind of I even told this to my family, uh, who had a conversation yesterday. We enjoy talking, so we had a conversation yesterday, just a family conversation, nothing in particular, just life. Um, and this was one of the conversations. I was like, I'm so, I don't know why it took that particular video and that particular documentary or whatever the Connery is show for me to realize that Americans and us as whole, our country, and actually just the world, honestly, is we don't know how it feels to feel joy. And that's really sad. That is extremely sad. I really want to bring that back to us all. And for me, like I said, this is the way. This brings me joy. Crafting is very peaceful. See, those are the other things. I can write a whole book on this. I kid you guys not. Like, I really can. There are so many benefits in crafting. So many. And I don't think that younger generation are taking advantage of it. Mostly because they don't know about it. They don't know about its benefits. And one thing I am grateful for, and I really feel like I I owe something to the world for, I guess. Um, uh, I am a younger crafter, and I feel like there's a reason why I'm a younger crafter, and I'm crazy like this because I feel like everything has a connection and all that stuff. Um, and I really feel like I am here to tell everyone about how wonderful crafting is. It seems like a really small thing. Oh, crafting, paper crafting. Okay, come on. Like, really, is that really going to be the one to save the world? Some days I feel like it is. Crafting is going to save the world because it makes us all take a few steps back and, kind of let go of everything and bring us all together. And that's what we need. And it makes us listen to each other. Isn't that crazy? Who would have thought? I wouldn't have. But I really do feel that way. Uh-oh, which one? Oh, this one. So then just doing 2 stamps of 1. I know I should go let the dogs out, but I'm having too much fun. Okay, how about I finish these 3 things really quickly, and then I'll take a short break. How about that? Let's get these 2. Maybe it'll work. We'll see. Anyways, can't see because I'm off camera. Oops, I like this. That didn't work out so well. I didn't really like that as much. Let's see. I think I'm going. Well, now I have to do this one the same color because otherwise it'll bother me. Thank you, Molly. Yeah, I wanted to go for pastels, like kind of ish, like Easter colors. I thought they would be kind of, Easterish, ish, stuff. Okay, so these are two of my favorite combinations right now. So I love this combination. I don't always get to do this. I'm so excited. If you guys haven't realized this already, I'm a talker. I could talk for hours and hours. It's funny because people think I'm an extrovert, and I am. I'm mostly an extrovert, but I also have introvert tendencies or characteristics. I am very much an extrovert, but is it easy for me? No, it's not. It takes a lot of effort for me to come out and a lot of anxiety to start every live video. Lots of all that. But once I do it, I feel so much better because I took something that is not necessarily easy for me and I did it. So even if it's like, I know anytime I go somewhere, it's like most people are like, well, it's being social is so easy for you because it just comes naturally. And like, it really doesn't. It takes so much effort and so much anxiety beforehand. I really have to prep myself for it. But you're a chatter too, yeah. I am too. Once I get started, I'm you can't stop me. There's no stopping Charmaine when she starts chattering. But that initial like getting there is my difficult. It gets difficult, but I do it, and I'm proud of myself for doing that. Okay, my lovely, lovely people, my lovely YouTubers. Um, what I'm gonna do, I hate to like go and maybe, I don't know if maybe some of you guys won't be able to make it back, but I'm having a slight intermission. I have to go let my doggies out. And I will be back in 5 minutes. So I hope you can still join me and we will finish this card up and make it into this soon. So just, I hope you guys, I'll see you guys in just a little bit. All right, guys. Bye.